1 Peter 1:17. Kai e patera epikaleste ton aprosopolemtos krinanta kata ta hekastu ergon en phobo ton tes paroikias homon chronon anastraphete. All right, now I want to take just a moment and look at how we would translate this. First of all, we need to recognize, let me get the red pen here, that you have a participle here, and then you have a main verb here, and then we have another verb down here. Now, you'll notice that we have the a, so that is introducing a conditional clause, which is the protasis, and then the apodosis picks up here at n, and that's the then statement. Okay? All right. Now you remember that from your basic Greek. So he's stating a condition, and if, now this verb is to call upon. That's present middle. It couldn't be passive because that would certainly not fit the context, but it is middle. So when we look at that, this verb often is used in the middle voice in Greek when it's connected to addressing a deity. Okay? So there are several ways to translate this. According to Mark Dubus in the Baylor series, he says you could, if you take Wallace's rule that this article and which modifies the participle makes that the noun, then that becomes the object of this verb. So if you translated it that way, it would be, and if you call upon the one, that's not, excuse me, here's the participle. The one judging impartially. Okay, now that impartially is an adverb. So, sorry about that. Hope it didn't mess you up there. So, if you call upon the one who judges impartially according, just get the, and if you call upon the one judging impartially according to each one's deeds, okay, stop right there. Father. You see the difference? That's how Dubus says you should translate this. If you call upon the one who judges impartially according to each man's deeds, Father, then conduct yourself, pick up your verb, in reverence, and here we have, you need to see that the ton modifies chronon, in the time of your sojourn. Okay? So that is a translation that's based upon the rule that this participle is a substantival and should be the direct object. So if you call upon the one judging impartially according to each man's work, Father. Now let me show you another way to translate this. I'm going to go with Eliot on this in his commentary. He says you should translate it since, because this first class condition is can be translated as a statement of fact. And if you call a father, okay, or now let me back up. Since you call upon a father, okay, who judges impartially according to each one's work. See the difference? He takes father to be the direct object. Okay, now that's Elliot. Conversely, Dubus takes the one judging impartially as the direct object. And what it is, it's that rule. You have two accusatives here, so which one is now the object of the verb? So it depends on which interpretation you go with. Do you go with Dubus, who follows Wallace, or do you go with Elliot? So I'm going to let you translate as you like there, but work through that and see if you can see the difference in those two. You may have to replay this little video again to catch all of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the phonology of these verbs, because you need to get that. So epikaleo is built off this stem, and I'm just going to use what I have written for quickness. Epikal, and then you have this epsilon. So when you add the ending este, right? Este, you have two epsilons. Epsilon plus epsilon equals the diphthong A, and then you show it with the circumflex. So that's exactly what you have right here. Okay? So these two contract to A. I'm going to have to erase that out of there. Este. Okay, so that's how you get that. All right, then crino is simply built off the stem there. You have a present active participle, accusative masculine singular, crin, and then you add the connecting vowel and the participle marker noon tau plus the case ending. Okay, then anastrepho is an aorist passive imperative. So we're going to build off anastreph, and then we're going to add the theta eta. And what's happening here is when you have a phi and then you have this theta, okay, the theta is going to drop out. So because of the sounds, just try to say that, and you'll realize quickly that you can't say that. Very hard to pronounce. So the theta drops out, but it's still there. It drops, and then we you add the imperatival ending. So go review your imperative endings, the te, and that's how you get that. Okay, I've run out of time, so I hope that helps.